Welcome back. Welcome back. It is me, BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to what the heck is going on with this Afroman versus the police saga. I've seen some of it, but I'm just like so confused. I'm like, someone explain it to me. So we're going to watch a literal video that says Afroman versus the police explained. This is from Watch Mojo, y'all's favorite. Let's see what the heck is happening.
You are now tuned in to BrittReacts.
And I just feel the need to say, because I got. That's really the only thing I know about Afroman.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole
Look at the
truth,
outfit.
nothing but the truth? As this, you shall answer unto God.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're breaking down the strangest legal saga of 2026. This is one of those stories that sounds invented in a writer's room, except it very much happened. Before we get into it, a quick refresher.
Thank you.
Afroman, born
But then I got. This was such a cultural stamp. Okay, all right. All I've seen is that he ended up winning the case. There was a case. Obviously, he was in court. He ended up winning it. But
of a bizarre legal battle, a clash with Ohio sheriff's deputies over a raid on his home. Afroman's case involves security camera footage, viral songs, and a courtroom fight over satire, embarrassment, and free speech. The details are ridiculous. The legal stakes
why they raid his
are not.
house?
Yes, I mean, I entertain for a living like you practice law for a living. So I have to go to work.
It all started with a 2022 raid on his Ohio home.
The story is only right here on Fox 19 now. Rapper Afroman says he will not stop using videos of deputies raiding his home to promote his music and merchandise. Now those deputies are suing, saying the rapper is causing harm, not only to their lives, but their families. Ken Baker now with both sides of the story.
Wait. These police raided his home. We still haven't found out why. Why was that valid? Was there a warrant? I don't know. And we can't even call it retaliation, but the man just used the footage that was from inside his home to, like, he cut it up into videos and things like that. Like, he's been using it. And it sounds like they said the deputy sued him, so it wasn't like the department. It's like these individuals decided to sue him for, let's be honest, it sounds like humiliation. Like, y'all are pulling people over and y'all are going to criminal sites and no one's taking you serious because you've been in Afroman's videos. Got it. Okay, thank you.
This whole saga began in August 2022 when sheriff's deputies in Adams County, Ohio, executed a search warrant at Afroman's home.
Oh, it was a search warrant.
The allegations behind the warrant were serious. Authorities were reportedly investigating suspected narcotics trafficking and kidnapping.
Where'd they get those allegations from?
Narcotics and kidnapping.
He made a song.
The warrant said narcotics and kidnapping.
He made a song.
Are you kidding? I make my money rapping.
But the story quickly took on a very different tone because the raid was captured on home security cameras inside the house. That detail changed everything. Instead of disappearing into the usual blur of police paperwork and rumor, the search left behind actual footage that Afroman would later use to tell his side of the story.
Will you help me repair my game? Will you help me?
This is not funny. Look at the door.
Not only that,
was he
but in a
home?
separate wrinkle that wasn't part of the deputy's civil lawsuit, the Adams County Sheriff's Office reportedly returned.
It is civil, so the deputies, just individuals, decided to sue him. This is nuts. Okay, let's keep going.
Wrinkle that wasn't part of the deputy's civil lawsuit. The Adams County Sheriff's Office reportedly returned less cash than had originally been seized from Foreman's home during the 2022 raid. The discrepancy raised obvious questions, but an independent review later determined that the issue came down to a miscount during the search itself, not a new
How do you figure that out? How do you figure that out?
The raid didn't lead to criminal charges against him.
And I talked to the head officer.
So they found nothing.
I asked him if I was under arrest.
Look at his car.
He said no.
That meant the conversation around the case shifted fast. What started as a law enforcement action soon became, in the public imagination, a deeply strange episode that left Afroman with footage, a grievance, and eventually, a lot of material to work with.
Then I asked him if he would help me put my door back on the hinges and help me fix my gate. And that's when he cracked a little smile and said, "We're not required to do that." And that's their way of just letting you know that that's how it is and you can't do nothing about it. So I gotta.
That's so upsetting and disheartening. I have a story about something similar that happened to me years ago, and it was a case of misidentity. I was with my boyfriend at the time. long story short, someone at a gas station across the street, the gas station across the street had gotten robbed. Someone saw my then boyfriend and I at the movie theater, walking into the movie theater, and they put the person who was working at the gas station in the back of the police car and rode them around the parking lot of the movie theater and identified my then boyfriend as the culprit. So as we're coming out of the movie theater, mind you, we had just apparently, or he had just robbed a convenience store. We come out of the movie theater. They immediately, like 10 cars surrounded us. They put us in 2 different cop cars. Hours we were in the back of these cop cars. And when they realized it was a case of mistaken identity, after lifting seats out of the car, they were like, where is it? I guess they thought we had money. Where's the money? Pulling seats out of the car. They just left us to put the cars back together. We had 2 different cars. We had like met there. That type of stuff, I just like, I don't understand. Like, I get you have a job to do, but specifically when you go to do a job that like doesn't come up with the results that I guess you were expecting, is there not human decency? There's no human decency. I don't know what the laws are. Like, obviously they're not required, but like maybe they're not allowed to touch the things. But like, that's so upsetting to me, because like I have lived that. I mean, this was years ago, guys, over 10, 11 years ago. I don't think I've ever told that story. I haven't told that story to people in general, but certainly not here on YouTube. Anyway, that's upsetting. Not as upsetting as this outfit though. Afroman.
Just letting you know that that's how it is and you can't do nothing about it. So I got to start from right there and figure out what's my move.
No charges, new story.
These big, tough dudes that laugh when you ask them to help you put your door back on the hinge, it's turned into these little whiny crybabies complaining about my song. My only response to that was a rap song.
Right. He didn't sue.
And a t-shirt.
One of the biggest reasons this case blew up is simple.
Make this a thing that he probably could have, because y'all raided his home and with nothing came up of it. And all he did was make a song and y'all are upset about it? Oh, okay.
After all that, Afroman was never charged. If the raid had led to a major criminal case, the story would have landed very differently. Instead, the absence of charges made the aftermath feel surreal. A dramatic police search had taken place, but what followed wasn't a prosecution. It was a public backlash campaign led by the man whose house had been searched.
Once they didn't find drugs being trafficked, once they didn't find kidnapping victims, they didn't apologize to me as an American
No, there's
citizen.
never an apology.
That doesn't change the fact that deputies were acting under a warrant. But because no charges followed, the emotional center of the story changed. It stopped being mainly about what police suspected and started being about what Afroman did next. And what he did.
Let me not say they never apologized. That was a generalization, but same. They, in the situation I just told you guys about, they never apologized. They were just like, they never even explained really. It was just, you're free to go. And they all got in their cars and left us in this movie theater parking lot late at night, just like trying to put seats back in cars. It was wild. And so I identify with this, where he's like, no apology, no nothing. And maybe if he would have gotten like a sincere apology or like just a little bit something human, maybe he wouldn't have decided to release the footage and make a song. But it's like, I aspired for this level of pettiness. Like, also, is it petty if the man is just documenting his life via song? I don't know. Maybe not.
Next was very, very Afroman. He turned the whole ordeal into satire.
Will you help me repair my door is the name of the song.
Sheriff Department disconnected my camera.
Oh.
Afroman responded in the most raid might issue a statement or disappear behind legal counsel. Joseph Foreman made songs.
Good for him.
Using footage from his home security system, he turned the incident into music videos, social media content, and merchandise. The most famous example was Lemon Pound Cake, which became the centerpiece of his very public
relief for anyone. This is, you see these people like joyfully singing this, and this is everyone who's ever been victimized by like bad cops. They're not all bad. We talk about this on the channel. They're not all bad, but there are bad ones out there. And this is like, this feels like vindication. Like everyone's happily singing this, because I feel like a lot of us have these stories where we were just victimized by the police, and really would have been totally fine if it was just like an apology or recognition that there was some mistake made. But the abuse of power makes people happy that something like this happened, as far as the response that Afroman gave. Do you know what I mean? Like, these people are joyfully singing Lemon Pound Cake, making fun of this cop. And none of this would have happened if they just would have said, you know what? Whatever led to this search clearly wasn't right, and we apologize. And, you know, I'm sorry, we can't help put the doors back together because legally we're not, you know, like, we're no longer allowed to be here, or whatever the case is, because maybe there is a legal reason. But like, just the humanity of it, or someone from the representative of the department just like reaching back, like small little things can change trajectory of situations like this. This could have never happened. Just my
My Door, a title that tells you pretty much everything about the tone he was going for. This is where the whole saga went from unusual to criticizing the deputies for overstepping. He was remixing the experience into entertainment and protest at the same time, turning a humiliating or invasive event into something defiantly funny.
Exactly.
To his supporters, that made the whole thing feel cathartic. To the deputies, it was humiliating and damaging. Either way, once the footage started circulating through songs and videos, this stopped being a local story and became something much bigger.
Lisa, I'm sorry. I didn't know that hurt
Look
you
them
like
low,
that.
Lisa. Oh, she's an actress.
You kind of intimidated me. I mean, you're a cop. I know you're.
What is on his
I'm
shirt?
sorry. I mean, you guys raided my house. You knocked down my.
Oh,
door.
the cops?
I was upset. I would never.
He's so petty.
Shoot
He's
you.
so petty.
I would never try to punch you. I thought I'd crack some musical jokes.
The 7 deputies sued him for millions.
I made jokes out of what they did, and they're suing
It's not his
me
fault he has footage.
for humiliation. You know, that's what I feel every day, and that's what I felt when they kicked down my door
Right.
and didn't want to offer to help me out. You know,
The
He
conflict
keeps saying
escalated.
that. That's how I know that if they would have just said something, even in a way of like acknowledging, he would have never gone this far. He's like, I just wanted an apology.
When 7 Adams County Sheriff's deputies filed a civil lawsuit against Afroman. Their claims included defamation and intentional
okay.
infliction of emotional distress,
That is
along
a
with
real
related
person.
allegations tied to how he used their likenesses in
okay.
songs, videos, social posts, and merchandise.
Not a crooked cop, not a thief. And I
This
sure
is
don't have
Lisa.
penis.
This is Lisa. What's Lisa upset about, Lisa? Lisa, what's Lisa upset
Videos,
about?
social posts, and merchandise.
Not a crooked cop, not a thief. And I sure don't have a penis. Like, there's been times that videos have been sent to me that I've had to go home because I can't handle it.
They sought roughly $3.9 million in damages. From the deputies' perspective, this wasn't harmless teasing. They argued that Afroman had damaged their reputations and subjected them to public ridicule.
I like to go to Walmart and be called a guy because of your voice.
That don't have nothing to do with.
How would you like that?
That has nothing
Like
to do with
a female or a
Afroman.
guy asking if you had a vagina.
I can bet that if her voice has sounded like this her whole life, Afroman is not the reason people are teasing her. Lisa, come on. Lisa.
Probably not. Unless standing and then have me on their gate. Obviously, I haven't had a sex change. I have a child.
From Afroman's perspective, the suit looked like law enforcement trying to punish him for turning a real experience into art and comedy. And that tension is what made the case so compelling. It was about whether embarrassing public officials through exaggerated, satirical expression could cross the line into something legally actionable.
if
I don't
they
think
was
so.
really
Not
concerned
in this
about their
case.
privacy, they wouldn't be putting their names on a public lawsuit. They obviously don't care about their privacy.
The trial was both silly and very serious.
For the record, would you
Look
give
at
us
this
your name, please?
outfit.
My name is Joseph Edgar Foreman.
The statement here is America, home of the freedom of speech. That's exactly why he's wearing this, because he is an American man and he has the right to his freedom of speech, doesn't he? So many people on the internet love to scream free speech until they're personally offended. But this is a statement of all statements with all of the American, the glasses, the tie, the suit. Am I not American? Okay.
You are known under the stage name as Afroman, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you create music videos and do performances, is
Yes,
that
sir.
right?
By the time the case went to trial literally years later, in March 2026, it had taken on
just
that rare
happened.
quality of being both absurd and genuinely consequential. Strip away the song titles and the viral clips, and the jury still had to decide a real question.
Right.
Had Afroman's conduct caused actionable harm, or was this exactly the kind of heated, mocking expression that the law protects, especially when public officials are involved?
And on TikTok, you have about 392,000 followers.
I haven't looked at it, but that sounds kind of right.
You know when you post something that a lot of people are going to see it, don't you?
Yes.
Afroman's defense was basically this. The songs were satire, they were commentary, and they were protected by the First Amendment. His team argued that he was responding artistically to a real event that happened at his own house, and that sheriff's deputies, as public officials, aren't shielded from criticism just because that criticism comes with punchlines and a beat.
The whole raid was a mistake. All of this is their fault. If they hadn't wrongly raided my house, there would be
Does
no
he have
lawsuit.
French tips?
I would not know their names.
Why does he
They
have
wouldn't
French
be on
tips
my
on
body.
his
They
nails,
wouldn't be on my home
Afroman?
surveillance system. And there would be no songs, nothing. My money would still be intact, nothing. So all of this is their fault.
That argument mattered because defamation law isn't about whether something made people angry or
Right,
embarrassed them. The bar is
right.
much higher than that.
Right.
Afroman's side argued that no reasonable person was meant to hear these songs as neutral.
Okay, this says, this was March 2023. Afroman left a comment on TMZ's page, and it says, essentially a racist judge signed a fictitious false warrant, lying on the warrant, accusing me of kidnapping and drug trafficking. The warrant put the Adams County Sheriff in a position to attempt to kill me. After the Adams County Sheriff burglarized, vandalized, and destroyed my property, they became thieves and stole my money. After they stole my money, they became criminals. After they became criminals, they lost their right of privacy. My house is my property. My video camera films everything on my property. As they began stealing my money, disconnecting plus destroying my video camera system, they became my property. Criminals caught in the act of vandalizing and stealing money. My video footage is my property. I used it to identify the criminals who broke into my house and stole my money. All right. I mean, they did have a warrant, no matter whether the judge had the right to put the warrant out or not. They did have a warrant. They did not go in his home illegally. There's that part.
Factual reporting. They were expressive, exaggerated, and clearly coming from the perspective of someone turning a bad experience into public art,
Right.
or at least public comedy.
Yes, I had the right to my freedom of speech. After they left, I had the right to kick the can and to do what I had to do to repair the damage they brought to my house. Yes, I did.
That includes the right to post the videos that you've just been posting up until Friday and beyond, right?
Yes, I have freedom of speech. I'm a rapper. I entertain.
In the end, the jury sided with Afroman.
In all circumstances, the jury finds in favor of the defendant. No plaintiff verdict prevailed. So the matter will be concluded with defense verdicts.
The climax came on March 18th, 2026, when the jury found in Afroman's favor. He was found not liable, and reporting said he prevailed across the deputies' claims. The deputies had sought nearly $4 million, but they didn't get the result they wanted. Far from it.
I didn't win. America won. America still has freedom of speech. It's still for the people, by the people.
There you go. Is this his
Afroman
wife?
becoming emotional there as he says this fight was bigger than him.
Instead, the verdict was widely seen as a win for artistic expression
There you go.
and the right to ridicule public officials through satire. That's why this story landed so hard.
I didn't go
Not
down
him
here
di-
and sue the police.
Not him drinking a Dunkin' energy drink. Those energy drinks are powerful, y'all. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, we can't cherry pick freedom of speech, can we? We can't. You can't decide when freedom of speech is allowed and when it's not. According to the law. According to the law. Right?
Department. I fixed up the damages they made, and I sung songs about them to raise money to do it. They were unapologetic.
When law enforcement raids your home and you later turn that experience into art that embarrasses the people involved, can they successfully sue you over it? In this case, the answer was no, and that gave this already bizarre
He's
saga
already
an
making a
ending
music video
that somehow
outside
made
the
it feel
courthouse.
even more surreal and even more unmistakably American.
We got about a total of 250 pieces given out. This is the last one, and I'd like to give it to you.
Supporters of Afroman
Lemon
coming
pound
from near
cake.
and far with the message both verbally and symbolically.
For me, this isn't really about Afroman. It's about free speech. So when someone like Afroman stands up for my free speech by using his talents, his musical talents, to fight the corrupt system,
Listen to the
we
people
gotta come out and
honking.
support him.
Is this story ridiculous? Absolutely. Meaningless? Not even close.
I don't think it's ridiculous. Okay, I'll give him that. He said, is it ridiculous? Yes. Is it meaningless? Absolutely. These people resonated with something that was bigger than Afroman's, the persona and the visual of it and the silliness of it. And that is, there are so many people who feel like their freedom of speech is being taken from them. There are so many people who feel like they've been victimized by people in power, and all they really wanted is some accountability and maybe some apologies or change behavior. And people are not getting that. And so when they see the underdog in a situation like this, they're going to cheer for it. And again, freedom of speech is, and it's like the most American thing, ain't it? So I think that's the lesson there. That was interesting. Let me know your thoughts on that. Still just exploring all new types of content, and I'm enjoying myself. So let me know what you think about this one, and go and have the day you deserve. Bye.